These are my top items that I feel you should have when you go to Comic-Con or any type of writing convention. It has this little... Good afternoon, everybody. So we are headed into Dubuque, of course, but we are getting last minute things for tomorrow's convention. So I'm really excited for you guys to go with us. I'm hoping we can go live tomorrow. So, well, we'll actually be there by the time you see this. Yes. But I'm hoping we'll have been able to go live for you guys. So it's pretty exciting for me.
I don't know. It just depends on what the service is like there.
Yeah. Like I said before, it is in a bigger city, Madison, Wisconsin. So hopefully they'll have good cell service there so that we can go live. And it depends sometimes inside the building, because when I went to the last convention, the service was fine within the city, but in the building itself, it wasn't very good. But I'm hoping because it's a convention, maybe they'll have a decent Wi-Fi service or something available there. We'll see.
I know. So going to Walmart, my phone's like...
Yeah. Anyway, so we're off to get last minute things. I'll show you guys what those are when we get home. This is all new to me, you guys, so you're gonna kind of learn with me, but I know some of the things I need just from some of my fellow authors, seeing things that they put up. I attended a convention, so I kind of have an idea of like how the booths are set up and stuff. Mine will probably be very minimal this first time. There were a lot of things that we had to get for the convention, so it's gonna be pretty basic. So over time, I wanna grow the different things for my booth. But you guys know we're pretty frugal when it comes to stuff like that. I'm not one to say I have to have it all right away, and I guess that would be a piece of advice from me to somebody that's looking to do something like this. Don't assume you have to have everything right away. Sometimes it's best to just get started, because people are there more to see you. Yeah, they go to see all the really neat booths and stuff like that, but they're also there to see you and see what you have available. So don't be afraid to take that first step and just get out there and do it. And I'll show you guys some of the basic things when I get home that I know that I need for the first time. And you don't have to have all of this. I just think it's going to be a more professional look, but there are some added touches that I want to put to the booth for maybe our next convention. Yes, Matt. I want to put you in a fiery costume and have you twirl hula hoops and... Ooh, no. You should just learn how to blow fire. That'd be perfect.
Oh, yeah.
If you've read my books, you'd understand why I want him to blow fire. Not that anybody does in there, but it's like the first 3 books are really set around this element of fire. So, yeah, you need to blow fire.
Dragon?
Mm-hmm, you are a dragon. All right, guys, I think I'm a little short for where the camera's at, but we are back home, so I'm really excited because I want to show you guys what I have prepared for the convention tomorrow. I said that I'd kind of show you, so this is a mix of a vlog and a sit-down video today. Okay, it was driving me crazy. I had to adjust the camera angle. I told you guys I'd show you some of the stuff that I was taking with me that I feel is important to take on my very first convention. So just some of the things that I've seen some of my author friends take to theirs. And then when we went to the convention, just kind of looking at the booths and how they look. Now mine is not gonna be completely set up the way that I envision it when I have my booth exactly as I want it, but this is a good first start. And if you hear Aspen in the background, he is playing a NASCAR racing game with his dad. So he was really excited he got to play it on the PS4. So these are my top items that I feel you should have when you go to Comic-Con or any type of writing convention, book convention, stuff like that. Now you don't necessarily have to have anything, but there's some items that are of course going to be important. One of which is your printed books. So I have the first 2 copies of my books that are gonna be going with me, or my first 2 books in print that are gonna be going with me tomorrow. Books 3 and 4 are not out in print yet. They're only available in ebook format. So we had this printed up. So this is another item. You want something that you can hand out. And when I was talking to my editor today, just kind of trying to get some tips from him, some ideas, like what his thoughts are, because obviously I've not actually gone to to one myself yet as a vendor. So this will be my first time, but I have seen what goes on in kind of the behind the scenes a little bit. So I have ideas of what needs to be there. But one of the things that's really important is for you to have something physical to give away to people that come up to your booth, that talk to you, because they may not be ready to purchase at the time, but you want them to keep you in mind if they do decide to purchase later. So since I'm an author, a bookmark is what we came up with. And you want it to be something that when you're handing it to them, it's not gonna be something that they're gonna wanna toss into the garbage. So flyers and stuff like that are things that you would want to avoid. So this is what we came up with. Let's see if it'll show up there. Yep, there it is. This is what we came up with. It's a nice small bookmark size. It's on a good type of cardstock, not real thin, but not real thick. We opted to go with the more inexpensive one because this is gonna be something that we're just handing out and giving away. And then it's blank on the back, so I can go ahead and put any information that I'd wanna put on there. Since I'm bringing my books with me, I obviously wanna have something nice to put them in. I'm going to bring them in the boxes that they shipped in because they're much more secure in there. I don't want any of the edges or any pages or anything like that to get bent. But I also want to have something to put them in underneath the booth and tablecloth that it can't be seen, but they're easily accessible for me to bring out. So when I was doing my living room remodel, I had picked up a bin that I thought would work well for toys, and then it just didn't work out, and I couldn't take the bin back because I'd had it for so long. So I had this from my living room remodel, and this will be perfect. It's just made out, it's made like one of those pallet type of boxes or whatever, but it's nice and deep and it should be able to fit the books side by side. I don't want to carry them in this though because I'm afraid they'll get banged up. They're a little more secure in their original shipping boxes, but the shipping boxes are hard to get in and out of and hard to get the books in and out of. So got that crate just in case you're looking for something like that. I actually purchased that crate through Walmart and I think it was like $14 or something for it at the time. One of the other things that you're gonna wanna have is something to display your books on. So I actually picked these up and I just got these at the Dollar Tree. So I bought 2 of them so I can display both books on them. And these will be my copies that I have out where people can look through them, they can flip through them, stuff like that. See the books displayed nice and pretty, but I didn't wanna spend a lot. All right, one of the other things that I picked up at the dollar store was just this simple like business card holder so that I can set these on here and there's a nice display place to take them from and give them away. So probably one of the most important items that you're gonna wanna bring besides the books and something to hold and display your books on are gonna be some pens. So I just bought 2 of these pens and 2 packs of these pens and I really like these. I get these at the dollar store. They have a nice thin tip. You can get them in either all black or you can get them in a 3-pack where they have the black, blue, and red ink. So I like to sign my books if I can, but I had run out when I sent a couple of them off to be signed. I had run out of red ink. So I have 2 red ink pens that I can sign these with, and then the black one I'll use to write down email addresses, which brings me to my next item. The red fits the theme with everything that I'm doing, so this is just a simple journal. And what I'm gonna do with this is collect email addresses when I'm at the convention. So that way I can put together a mailing list, I can let people know when new books have been released, keep them up to date on current events that are going on, any future places that I might be going to, things of that nature. So mailing lists are really important, collecting email addresses. I can also send them out things like when the current vlogs come out, so on and so forth. And then also on the cards we'll have like all of our different social media sites that they can find me at. This is an item that you wouldn't have to have, but I was able to find this super cheap, and it's just a nice thing to have so you keep your pen handy, is some sort of pen holder. Now I opted to go with this one since I write romance, and I actually used this at Valentine's Day. I had picked it up to put our flowers on the table. So I'm just using this vase. I'll put the red pen in here and it'll be pretty on the table. It'll add a little bit to the ambiance of what's going on, and it'll add a pop of color onto my tablecloth. Now this I'm not gonna unwrap tonight because I want it to be easy for me to carry, but I will leave the link in the description box down below so you can see where I was able to purchase one of these, and I got it at a really, really reasonable price. I ended up getting a linen fit 8-foot black tablecloth. So when you're going to a convention, that's one of the things that you would want to invest in is a nice linen tablecloth. Now I went with black because it's going to match the theme of my booth. The blacks, the reds, the yellows, the oranges. I could have gone with white or I could have gone with red. Red I was a little nervous about because I have so many, like the covers of my books have red on them, and I just thought it would be too much red. I didn't want to go with white because black is stain resistant. So it's not going to be something that I'm going to need to purchase another one of anytime soon. So I will leave the link down below in the description box. And like I said, I picked this up on Amazon and it was very, very reasonable. And they had all different color varieties that you could get. So a linen tablecloth is definitely a must if you're gonna go do a convention. It just really classes up the look of your table a lot. So yesterday in our video, I showed you the banner that we had made. Now this is gonna go across the front of the table over the tablecloth. So this will kind of be on the front, and this has my name, Christi Riverton, on it. But these are not, I had these made at Staples. These are an investment to have done, but they're worth it. Those visuals and dressing up your booth, it's huge. And this is something simple you can do. It's something that you invest in. It's a little bit of an investment at first, especially if you have to have the design done like I had to with the bookmarks. But once you've purchased the design, you own it. So you can use it as many times as you want. You don't ever have to pay for it again. That's that one-time fee that you pay for. So they are a bit of an investment, but they're definitely worth investing in. But one of the things I did, because those are an investment, is we picked up these rolls. They're made out of a really heavy duty cardboard, and then on either end they have this, and it's not easy to get open, you guys. It has this little, it has this plastic piece that you pop off, and then it's hollow inside, and you can just put your poster or your banners right in there. So it's definitely worth the investment to have done. And like I was saying, banners are really, they're a good investment to make. You don't have to have them, but it really takes your booth and puts it at a much more professional level. So we also had one made, and you'll get to see all of that tomorrow. This one looks like it's thinner, but it is the same size. This one will go behind me. So there'll be one across the table and then one that'll go behind me, and it looks just like those bookmarks that I showed you earlier. So this is key too when you have a banner to put behind you. I couldn't think of what I was trying to say. Is you're gonna want a banner easel. So this one I also purchased on Amazon. It was like around $21, I think. So it wasn't super expensive. It's adjustable, and it comes in a really nice carrying case like this. So I will also link that one down below if you're looking for something like that. Amazon was probably the cheapest place that I could find one of these on. I'm really excited about it, and I can't wait to bring you guys with us. I can't wait to, I'm hoping we can go live, so I can't wait for you guys to get to see that and get to experience it with us. Anyway, if you like this video, guys, don't forget to subscribe, give it a big thumbs up, and we'll see you at the convention.